Stop holding on to something that's not there anymore. Your present state, where you are right now, the things you have, the money you have, the relationship that you're in, you are frustrated with yourself for where you are right now. But I just want you to understand that it is not predominantly connected to what you are doing and who you are right now. It's the direct result of who you were before. And all of the actions and the thoughts that you had before have now created who you are right now. So here's how you fix this. And before I go on, my name is Rich. I'm a very small creator here on YouTube, and I would be so grateful and honored if you would hit that subscribe button. I would be just full of joy and gratitude for you to do that. Step number one, you have to pause. You have to stop. The problem is you're just moving and moving and moving like a shark, never stopping, thinking that if you stop for 1 second, everything's going to fall apart. You've got to stop. And when you stop, you give yourself that moment of pause. That moment of pause breaks the cycle. It enables you to disrupt the pattern. All of the thoughts and all of the things that you created a week ago, a month ago, a year ago have now come into manifestation today, and you are experiencing them. Just like if you planted a seed months and months ago, you are now experiencing the plant that is growing from that seed. So in order to stop that, you've got to clip it. You've got to pull it out by the roots. So I want you to watch this video all the way through, and then I want you to give yourself 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, just 3 minutes. And here's what I want you to do. Pay attention. And before I say what I'm about to say, I'm going to say this. You've heard this a million times. And the reason why you've heard this a million times, come in a little bit closer, is because it's worked many, many, many millions of times. And that's why people keep talking about it. If it never worked, if it was completely unsuccessful, you would have only heard it maybe 3 times in history and it would have gone away. So here it is. You take a deep breath in through your nose and then slowly out through your mouth. Then in through your nose, then out through your mouth. And I want you to do this no less than 9 times. Slowly in through your nose and then out of your mouth. In, out. Got it? 9 times. And then I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to try to just focus on your normal breathing. Just the normal breathing that you do. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And then when you think of an ostrich, or you think of the moon landing, or you think when's the next SpaceX rocket going up, or you think what time is it, then you just go, oh, I'm thinking thoughts. How normal of my brain to do. And you go right back to breathing again. You don't have to be a master at blanking your brain. Nobody is. You just let the thoughts come. You say, oh, I am thinking, and you let them go, and you focus on your breath for 3 minutes. Then I want you to pick that thing, that situation, that obstacle, that area of your life. Let's just for fun make it money. You're experiencing lack. You're experiencing a lack of prosperity. You're experiencing a lack of cash in your pockets. And then I want you to allow disruption to happen. And I want you to change how you normally think. And I want you to say that I am doing very well financially. I have more money than I could ever dream of having had before. I am so prosperous. I am so grateful that I have this wealth and this well-being and this money. Now pause, stop. I know you don't really believe that. Now here's the key. Pretend you believe it. Dead serious. Just imagine what it would feel like to be the person who believes they've got more money than they could ever do anything with, that they're completely prosperous, that they can help all their family, that all their bills and all their things that they have to pay for. Who would that person be? What would they feel like? What would they think? Just imagination. Just pretend. And here's why you got to do that, because you right now in this moment are living in the 3rd dimension of life. All the things that you have thought and created before, you're now existing in the middle of. But you see, there's a 4th dimension. There is the dimension of the imagination, the dimension of the things that could be or should be or you would love to have, and they're out there floating around. Now, it's not magical thinking. And if you want to believe it's magical thinking, then it's magical thinking. I personally don't care. I'm trying to help you because I've worked on this and it's worked for me. So that thing that you want to create in your life, that financial prosperity. I like prosperity better than abundance. Be careful, pause, be careful asking for abundance. I have abundance. I'm full of abundance. Abundance of what? It could end up abundance of lack, abundance of pain, abundance of illness, abundance of being broke. So no, prosperity. And I want you just to say, okay, what would it feel like if my bank account had $50,000 in it or $100,000 in it? What would it feel like if my house was paid off? What would it feel like if I had more than enough money to buy my mom whatever she wanted for her birthday? What would it feel like? What would that feel like? What would I feel like? How would I breathe? How would I look? And I want you to dwell in that fourth dimension, feelingly, as Neville Goddard said. It's not only the thoughts, but the feeling, to emotionally, to feel the thoughts. Think with feeling, not just logic. Forget logic, forget it. And I want you to do this every single day. And here's what you're doing. You're creating right now what your future self will experience, because right now you are living what your past self experienced, and you're kind of suffering because of it. So let's not do that anymore. Pretty simple. Let's not do that anymore. Repeat after me. Let's not do that anymore. That's all I want you to do. Disrupt the pattern. Insert a new way of thinking. Stick to it. Even if you don't really believe it logically, I want you to say to yourself, okay, I know that I don't really believe that I'm wealthy, and I know I don't really believe I have a ton of money in the bank, but if I did believe it, if it was real, if I was that person, if I did have that money in the bank, what would that feel like? And then live in that reality every single day, day after day, and especially, listen again, come close, do this right before you go to bed at night, because that is when your subconscious is the most susceptible to these thoughts sinking in. And I promise you, if you did this at minimum for 30 days, you will see tremendous change in your life. I'm just giving this gift to you because it was given to me, and I want you to have an awesome life. Create it starting now.